Okay, we got this Longevity 160 SX all hooked up. We're going to take a look at it in a second. First, let's go over the torches. The one that came with it is a WP17. This is a flexible head. The one that came with my Miller Diversion 180 is a LS17. Both the same size, both have swivel heads. They both will work well, but they are very bulky. Difference being, this one has the on-off button with adjustable amperage on the knob. Longevity, just on off. I did take my diversion torch, and you can see it's disconnected. I did replace it with a CK9 torch and a Superflex cable. This is the best decision I ever made because these things are huge and bulky. I'm not sure how I got used to using them, but I did, and it worked. Okay, so we're all hooked up. I will say this cable for the foot control with the panel and the pedal cable sucks. So I went ahead and I zip tied everything together every couple inches because it's just a long mess and we don't need any more wires. Okay, let's power this thing on. One thing I will note is I don't like how this is crimped right here on the power cord. Another thing I will mention is this adapter. Not too crazy about it. You can see the connectors in there versus the one on the Miller. Screws and unscrews. So this is the 220, and then we simply unscrew it, and then we screw in the one for the 110, and you don't notice anything hanging out. So let's fire this thing up. 666. This is what happened last time I went to 007. I read the book, and there's nothing indicating that as a fault. So maybe that's default. I don't know. We're on foot pedal. We're going to do some DC. We're on TIG. The adjustment knob for the clearance. Right in the middle at 0, this is 50% cleaning, 50% welding. All the way down would be 80% cleaning, 20% welding, and then back up would be the opposite. So it's going to be 80% welding, 20% cleaning, which is about what the Miller is, which is non-adjustable. So we're going to go ahead and drop a bead on some 11 gauge mild steel with this thing. I went ahead and put a gas lens cup on it as well as the one on my Miller, so as close of a comparison as we can get. It's not really apples to apples, but this is what we're going to do. Now it's at 21. Well, that just gave us some big splat on the aluminum, so we're going to take this and turn it all the way the opposite way, and well, try that, see if that works. Okay, there we go. This middle one is 50-50 with me pulsing the foot pedal, as well as the bottom one. That center one in the bottom would be -3, and then we really didn't get a puddle going when it was at full max. So my recommendation would be 50-50, or more on this side, max out 80% cleaning, 20% welding, or a little bit more than that. So as you can see, there's the aluminum, and like I said, I'll put a picture up. There's the steel. Steel is really no comparison, but then again, I'm not a professional welder, and I could always do better on aluminum. So, aluminum comparison, fantastic. They both look really, really good. Steel, we're going to call that one my fault. Okay, a few other things to note is the fan on this thing doesn't shut up. Okay, if we're on panel control and we adjust this, it doesn't do shit. So let's unscrew the pedal and see what happens. Nothing. It's weird. Let's unscrew the panel. Nothing. Let's plug this one in for the torch. And once again, we have nothing. So AC is 021, DC 007, whatever that means. Well, let's switch it to stick, and now we're right around 42 amps. This line is 50, this line is 80. Let's put it at 80, and it goes to 52. This could be because it's plugged in on 110 volt. Let's plug it in on 220 and see what happens. Okay, we're plugged in on 220. See what happens now. Whenever this is in TIG mode, this amperage knob does not seem to cooperate. So we're going to put it in stick. So that says 80 and it says 53. Any of this shit make a difference? Maxes out at 152. That says 160. Nope, 153. I'm going to put this at 100. It still doesn't register 100. I'm going to shoot Longevity an email. We'll see what they say. All in all, what are my thoughts on this machine? You know what? It's really not a bad machine. Aluminum works surprisingly well as long as you have your clearance effect at 0 or more towards the welding side, which is your left, and this would be more towards your cleaning side. DC is really well. I want to say some of that could be an issue due to me running out of argon or having really, really low argon. Maybe getting some of the contaminants at the bottom of the tank. Post flow, free flow adjustment is great. Having a stick welder, it's cool. I don't stick weld much, but I mean at least you have the ability to do it. Now that these came out pretty good, and I haven't stick welded in forever. You know, but let's look at both of these. The Miller is a 110-220 as well as the Longevity. The duty cycle is 60% on the Longevity. I think it's a little bit less on the Miller. Longevity 160 amps, Miller 180 amps on 220. It goes up to 125 on 110. Downside to both of these is the big, ginormous torch that it comes with. If you can get around this or learn on it as I did, and I don't remember how I did, or you want to upgrade, then you know what, go for it. Both of them are great machines. I'm not sure on the, we'll say, longevity of the longevity. The miller I've had for over a year, it works great. I have no issues with it whatsoever. The downsides I will say to this one is that foot pedal. I don't like it. I don't care for it. Other than that, I mean, the machine is good. It puts out a good bead. It has a consistent arc. You know, honestly, if you're looking for a TIG machine, both of these are fantastic. I mean, they both are great machines. The miller will set you back right around $1,800. This longevity is, like I said, $714 plus about $60 for shipping. So it all depends on what you want. You want a brand name Cadillac made in USA, that would be your miller right there. If you don't care where it's made, the longevity is the machine for you. If you want to learn how to TIG and not drop a whole lot of money, the miller comes with a 3-year warranty. The longevity comes with a 5-year warranty. All in all, like I said, both good machines. Both will lay a decent bead, and that's it. You know, hopefully I can make a decision easier for you guys. If you have any questions, comments, or want me to do any side-by-side testing for anything else, you know, leave a comment below, and have a good day.